What if I tell you, then I solve a crime asking one question, only one question, Columbo style? Hi, my name is Ibitz. I'm a human behavior hacker. Some people have computers, I have humans, and this is Human Behavior Dictionary when we talk about web, words, emotions, and behavior. And there are two words that people do not pay attention. They are related to emotions and are related to behavior. I think this is the best concept of why develop web. Content versus context. And let me tell you about this case, and I think it's the best example to tell you the story why and how I resolved a crime. Yes, I did. A lieutenant called me and says, we have a husband that is suspected to kill his wife. We have 4 pages of a statement, but something doesn't add up. Can you review the statement? I received the statement, I read it, call the lieutenant back and says, can you ask me one favor? I need you to ask one question, and I need to ask it the way I'm gonna tell you right now. Ask him how long on time, not on distance, took it to go from work to home. And he's like, from 4 pages of a statement all over the place. That is your only question. And let me tell you why that's the question and how the crime was resolved. He left work at 5 p.m. and he says it taken 10 miles to go home. She was killed between 4 and 6. That's what the CSI forensic says, because it had a lot of air conditioning inside the house. So when they measured the temperature of the liver, we wasn't really accurate. Okay, I'm going too nerdy to CSI. Okay, let's put it that way. So 1 day go by, 2 days go by, the lieutenant didn't call me. Call and says, hey, what's going on? And he says, we have been too busy catching the real killer. I'm like, what? Yeah, and by the way, I was ashamed to call you and tell you was right. Like, it's not about to be right, it's about to read the statement. What's going on? And says, well, when he put on the statement, take 10 miles, everybody used their own dictionary. So the context of the people who was reading the statement was like, it's gonna take us maximum 30 minutes. Guess what? In LA, where this homicide happened, it can take you 90 minutes to 2 hours to do 10 miles. Where I live, the worst that can happen is you have a deer crossing the street, but it can take you 15 minutes. So where this happens has a context of the consequences of the content you give. What do you mean with this? The content was, it took me 10 miles. The context is where the person lives. So we need to pay attention. People talk in time. When it says it take me, when I need to talk, and then I need to go from the forest to Chicago, it says it take me around 55 minutes if I'm on the train, electrical, and I do description. And I didn't say how many miles because I'm bad with numbers and my dyslexia, like it's 39 or 49 miles, I don't know. But if I'm driving, it's only 35 minutes. Another people is gonna say it's only 35 miles. Another one says, oh, I take the train, I know the conductor, I know the people on the train, I always take it on the same time. You're gonna have the scriptures, you're gonna have situationals, and you're gonna have people who give you a context and another one give you a context. When you're gonna talk to someone and you're gonna inquire, and I'm not telling you to be a detective, I'm not telling you to resolve a crime, so simple like, why are you late, honey? You told me you're gonna be leaving work at 5. Yeah, I leave at 5, but it's 8 p.m. Step back and says, it's anything happen during the time you leave work until you get home? Because maybe you are yelling like a tiger. I have tigers in my necklace. And saying, why, what? And you don't allow the other person to explain. It says, well, guess what? I was coming home, it was an accident, I got stuck, police didn't come, I ended up helping people, and until the ambulance came back, the police came as my statement, and I'm sorry, honey, the police didn't allow me to get the phone because basically I was a witness, and I'm sorry, I shouldn't have done it. And you go from trying to kill your husband to having a husband who's a hero. So always get a context and a context. Believe it or not, this unit only in Human Behavior Dictionary, and yes, in my face, it took it an hour 14 minutes and a couple of seconds. And when our editor says like 1 hour to talk about 2 words, it's so vast, it's so big how we can talk about content and context. And if you want to see more, we have 2 options. You can go directly to the class and stop missing live recordings, or you can be our guest. So the link to the class and link to be our guest, 1 unit from each of the units that we have. You cannot be part of all the class. Please look in the link below. We would love to have you so you can experience what the students are experiencing with examples like this.